Hey guys, hey to anyone watching. I hope everyone's having a great day or night wherever you are. So today I just want to share my personal advice and tips on breastfeeding as a vegan. I've been breastfeeding my child now for, he's 1.5, so 1.5 years so far. And I've been vegan for 5 years this year. So, honestly, for my personal experience breastfeeding, breastfeeding is such an amazing experience. It's very demanding, but it's 100% worth it. Like, you have an amazing bond with your child, and the human body is just amazing. It's just great knowing that, you know, you're nourishing your child the best way that you can, like, with your own body. I would say, like, honestly, breastfeeding as a vegan is not really different it's not different at all to if you're breastfeeding as a non-vegan. Like, you can definitely thrive and be super healthy on a vegan diet. So you can also breastfeed the same. Like, you can 100% supply your child with all the nutrients they need on a vegan diet. I would just say I have a few tips. First of all, don't restrict your calories. Like, don't diet while you're breastfeeding. I know it can be hard after you've given birth or after you've had a baby. You know, you want to diet, you want to restrict your calories to lose the excess baby weight. But honestly, don't do it, because, you know, you need to be giving your body sufficient calories to be not only fueling your own body, but, you know, fueling your child with your breast milk. Like, so don't restrict your calories. That's number one. And I would say number two, eat a wide range of fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, definitely, and healthy fats, avocados, nuts and seeds. Lentils are definitely a great food to have. You know, they've got B vitamins, iron, protein. They're great. But I would say, you know, it's great to have fats, but I would say focus on carbohydrates, because our body runs on carbohydrates, and, you know, carbohydrates give us energy. So, you know, our body's constantly needing energy to fuel itself, and when you're breastfeeding, it constantly needs energy, it needs food for energy to make milk. So I would say, you know, have a wide range of fruit and vegetables, and have lots of carbs. So lots of rice, pasta, that kind of thing, and fruit, definitely. You know, I would say if you're eating fruits and vegetables, you can't go wrong, because you're supplying your body with lots of vitamins and minerals, and that transfers to your child, to the milk, obviously. And one thing I definitely want to mention and talk about is a lot of emphasis is put on having a big milk supply when talking about breastfeeding. And a lot of people will ask mums, or nurses will say to mums, you know, do you have lots of milk? Do you have a big milk supply? And if you don't, you should use formula. You should supplement with formula, because you're not going to be able to give your baby everything it needs if you don't have a big milk supply, which is really, incorrect information about breastfeeding, because the whole way breastfeeding works is about supply and demand. That's the way breastfeeding works. It's the more you breastfeed your child, the more milk you will make, and the less you breastfeed your child, the less milk you will make. And so having a big or good milk supply, it's not about, you know, just being lucky or having good genetics, or just, you know, being someone that has a good milk supply. Pretty much, you know, if you breastfeed your child as much as they need to, as much as they want to, and then you're going to be making enough milk for them, because every time you breastfeed them, your body sends your brain messages that says keep making more milk. So it's not about just someone having a good milk supply. It's about how much do you breastfeed, and the more you breastfeed, the more milk you make, pretty much. So I just want to say that, because a lot of times mums will be breastfeeding and then they'll be deterred because nurses or someone says to them, oh, maybe you don't have enough milk. But it's not about having enough milk or not. It's as much as you breastfeed, that's as much milk your body will make. So I'd say don't worry about what people say in terms of milk supply. Just, you know, breastfeed your baby as much as they need to breastfeed, and trust in your body's ability to nourish your child, honestly. So I just wanted to mention that, because that can be very confusing for people when breastfeeding. And another thing I wanted to talk about was specific foods that can increase milk supply. As a vegan, it's not any different to not being a non-vegan, because most healthy foods, I mean all healthy foods, and foods that you're told to take to increase milk supply are vegan. So definitely one to have if you're breastfeeding to increase milk supply, I would say, is oats, because that definitely worked for me. And another thing that's recommended is malt. That worked as well, but it tastes gross, so I wouldn't bother with that. And another thing that was recommended is brewer's yeast. I did not try that, but yeah, so those things can increase milk supply, but the best way to have good milk supply is to breastfeed as much as your baby needs to. And yeah, so in terms of taking supplements, I did take a breastfeeding supplement for the first 4 to 6 months after I gave birth. I don't think it made a huge difference because I did not really see a decrease in my milk supply after I stopped taking the supplement. But yeah, it doesn't hurt to take a breastfeeding supplement as insurance. No, it doesn't. But I wouldn't say that it makes a difference really. I'd say the more you breastfeed. But as a vegan in general, if you're eating a wide range of fruit and vegetables and lentils and just eating as much food as your body needs to be fueled, I don't think you have to worry at all about supplements, even when you're breastfeeding. But I think the only supplement that a vegan should take throughout is vitamin B12, which is usually found in the dirt. So even meat eaters are low in B12. But sometimes meat eaters get B12 naturally because they eat the cows and the cows eat the grass with the dirt. So if that makes sense. But yes, I say B12 is the only supplement that is good to take to make sure you're not low in that. But if you're eating enough fruit and veg, you don't have to worry about supplementing. Yeah. And definitely drink lots of water while you're breastfeeding. Lots and lots of water. Stay hydrated. Our body is, I think it's like 80% water. And think about it, if you're breastfeeding, you're literally giving your liquid away to someone else, and you need liquid coming in to make milk, and you also need liquid for yourself to stay, energetic, to live and to thrive. So staying hydrated is key. And also another thing I'd say, second last, is rest as much as you can. It's not easy being a mom, so there's not always that much opportunity to rest, but rest as much as you can. That really helps definitely with breastfeeding, as your body has the chance to rest and replenish and just recover from, hard work of being a mom and just, whatever it does. So, and lastly, the last thing I want to say is, if you have chosen to breastfeed, there's no reason why you can't breastfeed as a vegan. And if you've chosen to breastfeed, then good on you. And I would say, don't worry about what other people say or think if they don't agree with you breastfeeding. Or if people say, oh, you're a vegan, you won't be able to breastfeed. Or just number one thing is, whatever you do for your child, just know that if you believe something and you believe it's best for your child, just do it. And don't worry about what other people say or think. If, at the end of the day, just do what you believe and to be best for your child. Nourish your child in the best way that you can. And, trust your intuition as a mother, and trust your body to supply your child with everything it needs. So that's basically it. Yeah, breastfeeding is a beautiful experience. There's no reason why a vegan can't breastfeed their child on a vegan diet. 100% it's possible. My son is healthy and thriving as I breastfeed him. Hey guys, I hope that anyone listening benefited from my advice. And I just wanted to add at the end here that everything that I've said is my advice from my own experience and tips. It's not medical advice. It's not from the doctors. I didn't study a degree as a lactation consultant. I'm just saying that I'm saying everything from my own personal experience, and I would definitely recommend the things that I'm saying, but health is not a one size fits all. I don't know what to say, and not what may work for me might not work for someone else, and I'm definitely not looking down on anyone who chooses to use formula. I'm literally just giving you whatever I say is just my personal opinion or tips, and it's from my own experience. So, yeah, I would say seek a doctor if you believe that you might be low in any nutrients. B12 is not the only supplement you can take as a vegan that might benefit you. It benefits you taking many supplements. So everything I said is just not doctor's advice. It's my personal advice, and I hope that you take it on board with a grain of salt. Thank you. That's all I have to say, and I hope this has helped anyone who is watching. I hope that you have a great day or evening wherever you are watching this. Hope you take care, look after your body, nourish your mind, your body, and your soul. And peace out. I don't know what else to say, but